Why I'm doing this video, this cam bridge here's oil filter screen broke. Went into the oil return, created increased pressure by blocking the oil flow, and the intake cams mashed. I guess the timing chain stretch created, made it a bit loose. Intake cam moved, valves got mashed by the pistons. So this was a whole repair. And this video is just about the timing chain alignment to help out. It's pretty easy to do. Well, today we're going to time up this Audi A4 engine. And it's actually not that difficult to time. So that's what this video is going to be about. So the first thing that's got to go on is the lower timing chain. That's this one here, and you'll notice that on the timing chain replacement there's marks for where they go. So on the crank here you use this mark. I don't know if you can see, but actually I'll do it this way. This mark here is actually for the upper timing chain. This is the lower timing chain, and there's this mark here and this mark here. But one thing that's important to check on the the balance shafts is that if you look at it inside, there's a couple of dots on the inner one, and then there's a dot on that one. Those ones have to be in the middle, so this one goes in the middle of those two, and that's super important. Otherwise, if it was, say, for example, spun around, it'll be a little bit off balance for where the car is. So you make sure that those are in the middle, and then you use the outer one here for the chain. So this chain goes here, and here, and there. So that goes on that one. This one goes on that one. And now I'm going to grab the guides, put the guides on. Working on the lower chain right now. Working on the lower chain. So this goes in there. This is all triple square. That's what triple square looks like. I think these are 10mm triple square. So I'm just going to hand snug those in there. And I'm just going to double check. So there's my little mark on that one, my little mark on that one, and my little mark on that one. So we're all looking pretty good. So I'm going to grab this one next. And this is the chain tensioner here. Alright, so the lower one, I'm going to put that one in here. Yeah, that's why it's got that little thing. Still lined up. That was balanced up nice. Last piece. Alright, so the one with the chain tensioner on it is this one here. And that actually connects into this little piece here. And the hole's in it because there's actually an oil hole on the end of it here. If you can see when I get that tightened in, and then basically it sends the oil in there to keep the right tension on this. So this goes in that spot, and there's only really one thing, and it's the tensioner that keeps the the piece on. So whenever you work on these things and you got it all tearing apart, the tensioner is the part to go, so just change the tensioner, right? Pretty good, actually. It's a lot better with those pieces in there. Alright, so now I'm going to put this on, and you can see that's where the tension comes in, and that'll slowly get pushed down and in place. So this is nice and tight. Last check. Looks good, nothing moved. It's nice and snug, and that's how you do the lower chain. Alright, so just to highlight, there's a couple timing marks here up on the upper. I'm just getting the cams back in here. So this is the upper, one of the uppers, and it's in roughly the right spot when you can kind of see down. Actually, these are grooved to kind of get at the bolts. So that's roughly about where the right spot is. It's not quite up, it's a little bit to the right. This one's not quite up, it's a little bit to the left. And there's a little mark here and a mark here on which tooth it is. So it's this tooth and this tooth for the timing chain, and then the bottom of the crank on that tooth that I showed earlier, this one right here, it's this tooth here for the bottom. So I'm just going to get the timing chain, slip it down, and then get the cam bridge. And then the other thing I wanted to highlight is when you have these off, you just want to make sure that these are all square so you didn't bang them, because the lobes are on a couple. So to get it into this little groove, you've got to give it a slight little bit of pressure. So you just want to make sure that nothing jumped off here, so that the lifters and the rockers are all in the right spot. And this one here looks fine. So once I get this kind of cranked down, I'm going to put the cam cover on it to hold it down. So that's why I wanted to show this before I got the cam cover on. So I just wanted to show this. This is the new one. So my timing, or the indicators, so this is the dark brown link, this is the copper link from the replacement chain. This one's not used, and then those two are the same. So I just wanted to highlight, that's actually the chain stretch. This one's got a lot more play than this one. I can't quite bend the end, so maybe it was like a little bit, but just to highlight, the chain actually did have a lot more play in it than this one by a fair amount. So hard to do for exact, but it's actually got a little bit extra. So that's what happened, is it stretched and the timing got off, or it had a little bit more room to play. This one's going to be a lot tighter. The one on the right, the new one. So looking forward to putting it in. So just getting this upper timing chain on. This is where you can see it's on top of that little mark, and then that one is on the little etching with the little top mark up above here, and then this one goes in there. So not quite up, they're both just a little bit off. It's a bit of play in there right now because I have to get the cover down, and then I got to get the valve guides in here next. So I'm gonna, or the chain guides. So I'm going to do that now. All right, so I just wanted to show again. So there's that little timing mark there underneath the bottom of that one, and there's that timing mark and that timing mark. So exhaust cam, intake cam, and I got the guides in there now and the chain tensioner, so it's all still pretty loose right now. And I'm just about to go and drop the cam cover on, and then when I'm done, you pull the spring out. So, and the balance shaft is all lined up. This one here has it separate, which I'll put on last once I get the cam cover on and everything kind of in its final spot. But just wanted to highlight, let's make it pretty easy. So there's your markers on your chain, and like I said, the one underneath here on that one there. Alright, so I'm just signing off. Just got the oil one in. For some reason I didn't get this new one there from ECS Tuning, I don't know why. So anyways, these are all in, they're all torqued down. Before I pull the tensioner clip out. Just double checking it one more time so you can see timing's down in the bottom. Timing mark on that one. Timing mark on that one. And timing mark on that one. Timing mark on that one. Timing mark on that one. So I think we're in good shape. So I'm just gonna put the vibration dampener back on, and then I'm just gonna give the engine a couple of cranks by hand, and I'm just gonna make sure that everything moves okay, and call it a day. So that's how you time the 2.0 Audi A4 B8 engine. Thanks, bye-bye. Burning off some oil, I think. And it smells like oil, so I spilled some on there. I'll just get the head off. Sounds pretty good.